It couldn't be easier to add a new client to the system on GetBookedUp. Big button at the top left, new client. Hit that, it opens a new client record. When the new client record opens, it opens on the address tab. And the first information that we complete is the inquiry source. So we ask them, where did you first hear about us? And I'm going to use the example on here of Google. Just to explain that, then we ask, did you take the number off the Google ad or did you go through to the website? So if they went through to the website, we can also choose that. So that captures the inquiry source information. Next thing that we capture is the name and address details. So I'm going to put myself on here, Mr. Alan Simmons, and no business name, Pennine Avenue, and that's in Thorn, Doncaster, South Yorkshire, DN75RU. Okay, so we enter the address details here. Now we've got a couple of options as we get to the bottom here. If the customer says we're a little difficult to find, in this instance it's the Den on Pennine Avenue, it might be a little bit tricky to find, so we can click this button here that says Add Directions, and you'll notice that will take us to the Directions tab here. I can just put free text in here that says it's next to the post box. Now that means that any of the job sheets or quotation sheets that you print out will automatically contain this information. If we go back to the address tab now, the other thing that we can do if we want to have a look where this place is, if you perhaps want to go down to Street View and have a look and see if truck mount access is possible and things like that, we can click View Address on Map. That'll take you off to Google or Street Map depending on the default that you set up, and then you can do your navigation and things like that on there as well. Then we've left you space to put telephone numbers in, so I'm going to put ours in here, and then if they give us a work number as well, we can put that in here, and we've got that there. It's worth pointing out that we can also type free text into here, so if they say they're X directory, we can pop X directory in there, and the system will automatically screen that out when you do a search. We do try and collect an email, and I'll explain in another video how we collect that a little bit later on if we've not been able to collect it here. But if we can collect it, we pop that there. GetBookedUp.com, so I'll put my email in there. And then we've got essential information here. This will be default to local and to your trading name in here, and we just need to choose the client type now. So you can choose from the drop down list, and we're going to choose that that's a domestic client. A couple of fields at the bottom as well. We've got public comments and private comments here. Public comments are any comments that the client's made to you and you want to note in there. So that's things that you don't mind the client knowing you know. And the private comments is comments that you'd rather the client didn't know you know. Okay, so we've got that information. We click Next. That just takes us along to the main details tab and saves that information in the background. And it actually updates the top of the tab as well. So it adds the client's name, address details, telephone number, the fact that they're X directory as well, and their email to the top of the record there. So if we go back down to the main details tab, the inquiry source is as it was. The details are pulled through here of pricing area local, your trading name, client type domestic. The other field that you can edit in here is the truck mount. So if you don't feel that it's going to be suitable, you can pop that in there. There's no access or whatever the reason is. Or if you're going to use it, then you can pop it in there that the truck mount's going to be required. We also give you a reference field as well. So if you've got your own reference numbers or whatever you have that is a reference unique to you, you can pop those in here, and that's just free text. Again, even at this stage, if you need to, you can add in another telephone number, or if you've not collected the email, you can pop that in here. Junior at GetBookedUp.com. So that's how easy it is to add a new client onto the system. Just one other thing that's worth mentioning while we're in here, you often pick up that they've perhaps got pets, or that they're interested in a leather suite or whatever. So if you remember those groups that we set up, you can click into groups. So you pick up that they've got pets, you can tick the group that says they're a pet owner. And again, you can use that for marketing in some of the editions. So let's go back to the main details screen. That's it. You've successfully entered a new client onto the Forever Free edition.